Hi all, welcome back. Today is the 5th of March, and YieldMax and Roundhill both announced their distributions. For YieldMax, it was Group C monthly distributions, and the weekly payouts for Roundhill and YieldMax were announced as well. Over on the X.com account for Roundhill to start, Roundhill, all the XDT, QDT, and RTT right around 15 cents. I guess XDT more like 14 cents. And then the YBTC was at 24 cents. Initial observation, these appear a little light. I think it was one less day of trading, although they still seem a little bit light. So just something to know. And then jumping over to the YieldMax payouts, they announce their weekly ones, or say, I guess, they notify by the hashtag weekly income. But to start with those, the key ones, Yield YMAX and YMAG, were 24 cents and 15 cents respectively. The 24 cents is pretty solid from YMAX, definitely higher than it has been. Usually I expect it in that 15 and 20 cent range, so 24 cents is exceeding expectations on that front. LFGY 46 cents, GPTY 30 cents, and then SDTY 17 cents. I think QDTY, this is either the first or second week for that one, and that one's at 15.8 cents. And then as for the monthly ones, Carvana had its initial payout. It did come out with an initial price of $50 a share for the ETF. So after its first month, we got $3.91. Pretty solid payout for the first payout for sure. Fiat, 68 cents. CONY, 59, almost 60 cents. Airbnb, 48 cents. ULTY, 46 cents. Netflix, 40 cents. PayPal, 37 cents, almost 38 cents. Then you got Microsoft, AMD at 28 and 25 cents respectively. Overall, I think just from looking at it quick, Carvana, very solid initial dividend. Yeah, a little light relative to usual, although there has been some NAV erosion on that one. The basis from what you're going from and trying to generate those premiums is a little lighter. But as a percentage, I'm sure I'll put it in my spreadsheet, you'll see it's still probably 5-6% of the current ETF price. But overall, I think most people, disappointed with CONY this month. Just from my initial observations, I agree. YMAX, very good. ULTY continues to drop. Both the dividend and the NAV. I'll agree with that one as well. But I think mostly people are just excited for YMAX. But entering those into my spreadsheet here, you can see we put the weeklies for Roundhill and YieldMax up here. YMAX, as 24 cents, comes a 1.6% payout for the week, or 83% annualized, right? Very solid. Here's the past week, and here's a month before. So you can see, like I said, 15 to 20 cent range, and boom, 24 cents. So pretty solid. YMAG, pretty standard. And the LFGY has been trending down a little bit, it looks like. I know there's been some NAV erosion on that one, as well with the crypto stocks taking a hit recently with the tariff news and the kind of the current market conditions currently. Expect that one to come back. So I looked for that one and trend a little higher, but that's just my guess. GPTY, very solid, very standard at the 30 cents. And QDTY and SDTY at 16 cents and 17 cents respectively. And then to jump into the Roundhill weeklies, you can see these ones have typically been in right around 20 cents to even 25, 30 cents range. And then this week, they're all like right around 15 cents. Some say one less trade day in the week. Maybe that's true, but they still look a little light. But percentage payouts come at 0.3 to 0.4% for the week, or 15 to 20% for the annualized rate. And then YBTC, this one's been trending a little lower. I know Bitcoin's been a little rough, but 24 cents also seems a little light at almost 0.57% for the week, or 30% for the month, not the month, the annualized rate. And then jumping into the Group C distributions for YieldMax. I guess the standout one for me always in this one is probably CONY. Came in at 60 cents. Although that's a little light. Last month it was over $1, but it's experienced some NAV erosion, so therefore the percent payout still almost 6%, which is very solid, or a 70% annualized rate. As always, anything in the 2 to 4% range, pretty standard, at least from my perspective. As far as these go, anything like 5% or higher is pretty good. So clearly Fiat 8.11%, or almost 100% annualized, pretty good on that one. I believe that one's the opposite, or the inverse of CONY, so it kind of makes sense. That one would be higher. Looking at CONY and Fiat, you'd think the percent would be similar unless they're doing like credit selling credit spreads on CONY instead of just the call options straight up. I could take a look. That's just my guess. But ULTY, NAV erosion's been constant with this one. Dividend's been falling with the NAV erosion. But for new buyers, 47 cents is still 6% of the base, which is 74% annualized. So that's not too bad. And then Carvana, for their first payout, almost 9% with over 100% annualized rate, which is very good from a payout perspective. It opened at 50, currently is at 45. So there has been a little bit of NAV erosion, but given the current market conditions, I think everything's down. So not too bad though, from a payout perspective.